on? What's with these guys?
Hello everyone and welcome to Red United TV. It's your boy Ivorian Spicer. We are back at it again with another podcast, of course, another episode, doing what we usually do. Smash that like button, guys, and share across all social media platforms. We're live on YouTube. We are live on Rumble. We're live on Twitch as well. So make sure you continue smashing that like button and share across all social media platforms as well. Of course, for those who are usually on the show and know exactly what we usually dissect the team review. And today, of course, it's only just me and my guy my guy Ola. And Ola as well. So, guys, remember, it's not going to be a long episode. We're going to try and keep it short and sweet because it's just us two. So enjoy the next roughly 30 minutes of this show. Ola, first of all, big up to you as well. How you been?
Yeah, I'm good, bro. I've been good. We're doing a lot of after the AFCON, I had to take a rest and just re-energize and get back to supporting Manchester United. And so far, we've been good. Four wins in a row. Mm-hmm. That's something positive to take out. But let's get into the show and talk more about the game.
Of course, man. Let's go straight into it because it is Luton 1, Manchester United 2. Manchester United collecting 3 points off of Luton, but not the easiest 3 points we could have collected because Luton showed themselves against Manchester United in the second half, especially in the first 45 minutes when Manchester United in 10 minutes were 2-0 up with a brace from Rasmus Hojlund, and then from there sat back a couple of times and allowed pressure to come from Luton and just getting a narrow win at the end of the day. You know what? I'm happy with the results, but the performance, again, another lackluster performance from the boys. I don't know how you feel about that, Ola, but let me know. What's your thoughts on that game? What's your overall thoughts on that game against Luton?
I think we all will have our observations about the performance, but I think 3 points in the bag, that's key. Like I always say, regardless of the performance, you need to get the 3 points and win the game, and you progress on the table. And 4 wins in a row, I don't think those 4 games has been really good games, but this Luton game, I think Luton at home, they are a very tough side. They've given other teams, they've gone there and had issues playing them because they have like a very good fan base and the way they support their team, so the pressure and all. So I think the 2 early goals helped us in that game, and that game could have been a game that we might have drawn the game or lost. But kudos to Rasmus Hojlund. We spoke about him in the last catch-up.
Yes,
And
we
I
did.
think two chances, took the chances really well, and that's what we want from our striker. And chances like that will win you games. Because if he had missed any of those chances, we might have ended up losing that game. Because we didn't play well. The performance was not good enough, like you said. But football is a result business. We want to see a better performance. I think United are looking like Nigeria right now. Just getting the results, but the performances are not really good. But for how long can we keep doing that? That will wear off at some point. We need the performances to start getting better. And Kobe Mano again, putting in a good shift, showing what he has. And I just think the young players are the ones carrying
Mhm.
this team. The Rasmus goal, it was a shot from Garnacho, uh, which Rasmus put in. But that's what we want to see. These young players, they need to step up. They need to carry us. But we need to see a football, team play. Bruno needs to do better. Being the captain of this team, I think he is not doing enough. Like his performances has not really been good so far this
Same.
season, and he needs to start creating more, start doing a better job. Football is not all like, it's not about running around the pitch. You could go and battle with Usain Bolt if you want to be a runner. You need to be creative. You need to release the ball when you're supposed to. You need to create chances. You need to score the chances you have. He had a chance he should have put away, but he didn't. And if we had done that game, a lot of people would have blamed Bruno because that way he was clear on goal. He
Mhm.
should have hit that ball really well into the back of the net because he had the keeper was out already. Chances like that are really important. You won't get a lot of them, but when you get these chances, make sure you take them. But hopefully, performance get better. But I think four wins in a row is a
Mhm.
very good way to go, and that will give us more confidence, more momentum going into the other games.
Yeah, 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 absolutely. It will give us momentum as well, and the confidence is a bit high, and it's gonna get better week in. But you can even see that in Rasmus Hojlund because he's got what 7 goals in what 5, 6 games.
Yeah,
He's
that's
he's on
eight,
double figures in
eight goals in
total.
8 games.
Mhm.
8 goals in
Eight
eight
goals.
games. Yeah.
Yeah, so he's on fire right now. Rasmus is on fire right now, and then again another good performance from him without the team really doing much, giving him service.
Service.
Yeah, I'll
Yeah.
be honest with you, because he's not getting the service that you would want a striker to get at Manchester United. He has to sometimes make it up, create the chances himself and convert that. But big up Rasmus Hojlund again. Another poor performance from Marcus Rashford. Ola, how
Yeah.
you feel about that? Because
I
I
think
saw Marcus Rashford that did not press. You saw the video of him and what's his name, Ross Barkley, and he just failed to press him, just allow him to do what he wants. What is going on with this player?
I think with Rashford is riding on his performance last season. I think that will soon expire because I think Ten Hag is giving him chances because he was our best player last season. He scored
Mm-hmm.
30 goals, and players like that they might lose form, but you have to play them into form. And
Mm-hmm.
the manager has tried so far. He has given him a lot of opportunity, chances, and I don't think he is getting better or is improving. He will run in one game, the second game is doing nothing. I don't know what's going on with Rashford. It might be something maybe mental or he's going through something in his life. He needs to figure that out because that's also an important part of life. And that will affect his playing on the pitch because I don't know his performance has been really poor.
Mm-hmm.
And with Rashford, I don't think going from that performance last season down, I don't think anyone saw he getting this worse because Rashford, we've seen Rashford have bad seasons, but at least he still scores 5, 6, 7 goals. Like he has good performances here and there, but this season so far it's just been bad performances all through, and I don't know what's going on with Marcus
Mm-hmm.
Rashford, but he needs to get it together. I think he's also lucky that we don't have anyone on that wing because Anthony on the other wing can actually had to come in for him because of his bad performance. I think I don't really see anyone challenging Rashford for that spot on the right wing. So I need maybe Ten Hag needs to start Ahmad, needs to play
Mm-hmm.
someone else. Let's
Mm-hmm.
see a different team, someone different playing that position. And if the person does better, nail the position and keep playing. We can see what Garnacho has done on Anthony's wing, and now Anthony is
Mm-hmm.
on the bench basically every week. That shows what you will get if you are performing really well. So we need to see someone else playing on that wing because Rashford he has had opportunities and I don't think he's coming good. And I don't know what the manager is saying that makes him keep starting him, but I just think the manager is playing him because of the season he had last season and hoping he would play himself into form. But if he doesn't at some point, I think he will start riding the bench. But he needs to get better, or else I need to see someone else playing in that position.
And you said one thing that again that really hit the spot. You said played him into form, and it's been so long. Like his form has playing him into form has started from the start of the season, and it's
Yeah,
gone all the way up to the fact that we're in February right now. And again, I think you have to make up your mind when it comes to Marcus Rashford.
yeah,
Ola. I just can't accept this again, another season where Marcus Rashford doesn't perform at all. Like how many times are we gonna see that from a player like him? And it's been close to 10 years of me seeing Marcus Rashford since Louis Van Gaal introduced him to the squad and
yeah.
to Manchester United fans. I'm just disappointed in him. But again, let's talk about Manchester United again in the second half because it was brilliant start, brilliant 10 minutes, and then I don't know what happened in this just allowing Luton to get back into this game. What was the magic? Do you think it was the changes of taking off Casemiro and bringing on McTominay? Because when you put on McTominay in, you're inviting pressure on. And then of course taking off Maguire for Evan. Do you think that made a huge difference in the second half, or it's just Manchester United?
But I think with Casemiro, we know what Casemiro is. Casemiro could have gotten a red card in that game. He was lucky
Mm-hmm.
to still be on in that game. I don't think that Ten Hag is trying to take the giving him that chance because Casemiro will surely make a mistake that will get him sent off. So now I think he's trying to manage Casemiro better this season. Last season, Casemiro had a couple of red cards, which he could have had some to have taken him off in some of those games, which he left him on for a little bit
Mm-hmm.
more time. And you know, Casemiro is just like a bomb waiting to explode. So he has to be careful with Casemiro. But I think, regardless of Casemiro or even Maguire or anyone taking over, I think the midfield I don't think is okay. I think Bruno doesn't hold on to the ball. Bruno just wants the ball and eat it long or just try to release the ball quickly. Casemiro, on the other hand, cannot withstand the pressure because Premier League football is fast. Casemiro is not the fastest player. You would lose the ball. You would panic at some point. The only ball playing player, the only very good player I think we have in midfield now is Kobe Mino, and he can hold on
Mm-hmm.
to the ball. But now he's in a more defensive role. He has to run. He has to help the defenders. He has to pick up the ball from the back and try to link up the player. I don't think he can do that alone. So that's why we
Mm-hmm.
need a very creative midfielder. We need someone like Eriksen, like I said in the last show. But
With
we need
legs.
a younger version of an Eriksen because
Mm-hmm.
Eriksen now is old, coupled with injury issues and the rest. He can't play 90 minutes. He can't play week in, week out. So he can only come on for cameo appearances. But I think we need a younger Eriksen in that midfield, someone that can hold on to the ball, someone that can create good chances, someone that can link up the play really well. I think Bruno is not doing that, and Casemiro also can't really do that. So we can't hold on to possession. We will always get the ball and lose it immediately. That's why you see we are struggling to string 5-10 passes together, and that boils down to the midfielders and even in defense. I think when Martinez came back from injury, we had a
Mm-hmm.
little bit of joy because he
Yes,
knows how to
we
hold on
did.
to the ball. He knows how to link up the play from the back. But with Maguire is kind of good on the ball, but he will eat more of long balls. He can't play through the line. He can't. So we need ball playing players in our defense. And I think it was a smart. I feel the changes in the second half was a smart move from the manager because it has started going wrong. And if he
Mm-hmm.
didn't, if he didn't make those changes to try to defend better, I think we would have considered in that game. We should have considered in the game. That game should have been a draw, or we might have even lost the game. That was how bad the performance was in the second half. But like I said, Luton at home has been a very tough game, a tough ground to go to for almost every team this season. But
Mm-hmm.
regardless, I think the performance needs to improve, but at the same time, I think we also need the 3 points badly because we've lost a lot of games. We were a bit. I think we're in ninth or tenth position.
Mm-hmm.
Not quite long, but now we are moving. We are closer to top four. And I think top four is the target this season. If we can get top four, then we can push on again next season. Now having Jim Ratcliffe in, the director, hopefully we'll have a director of football. The
Mm-hmm.
system the Ratcliffe is trying to put in, hopefully it starts working from the next transfer window, and then we can get in better players and start playing better football. Because so far we have a lot of players that don't fit the style of play, that can't really do the job the manager wants, and that's why it's looking disjointed. Like
Yeah.
we are not playing as a team.
Mm-hmm.
Everything is just scattered. Even the goals we scored are individual brilliance, and maybe one or two good moments in the game we get the goal, and the remaining 60 minutes might be just bad, but we are just taking our chances. The difference of now to the beginning of season now is we are taking our chances now. In the beginning of season, we were losing a lot of chances.
Yeah.
Rashford, Rasmus, everyone was doing, but now we are taking our chances, and that's why we are getting this win. But I think we can't keep riding on this. At some point, we are going to have issues and we'll start losing games. So we need to start seeing better performances.
It's the only good thing is that the fixtures are kind to us. The only difficult game we have in the near future is Man City, and that is in the next couple of weeks, man. So far we need to count our locks, but when it comes to City, I hope the team can gel and be better than what they are. And you're right, in midfield, Mainu can't do it on his own. You know, you do need an Eriksen because, again, as good as McTominay is when it comes to going forward, and it's limited. Let's be honest. His ability to go forward is quite limited. It only results in the goals. He's not creating chances. He's not putting in the right passes and etc. And then defensively, he's horrible at that job. So he mainly can't do it on his own. And of course, it would be fantastic if he can have a player like Eriksen who's young. But then again, this is why I'm confused. Why the hell did we sign Amrabat? I thought Amrabat was a direct replacement for when Casemiro gets tired, but it seems like the manager doesn't even have that in mind as Casemiro, the defensive midfielder. I mean, as Amrabat, the defensive midfielder for when Casemiro is not fit or Casemiro comes off. I just don't know. I don't understand my manager sometimes. It's a bit weird. Like, the method to his madness is crazy, you know. And I hope it works out. And you're right. We have many players who do not fit his style, you know. Many players from 3-4 different managers that's been signed by 3-4 different managers who are still here. So they don't really fit the style that way that the manager wants to play. And that's why you don't see that Ajax style. And just like he said before in his interview when he said, I can't play like Ajax because we don't have the players, basically. That's what he was saying. But people find it hard to understand that, we brought you here because of the Ajax style. But the Ajax style don't work if you don't have the players. A system doesn't work if you don't have the players to match the system. You know, we have a bunch of mishmash players. Some of them can play high press. Some of them can play counter attack. Some of them are good at transitions. Some of them are good at defensive football. You know, we don't have a.
And I think
go on.
I also think that credit to the manager. You can see the young players coming through. You can see the ball playing abilities they have. See, Mainu, even Garnacho has improved really well, playing better. So I think he's a manager that if given time and the resources, young talent, talented players, he can build them into a very good team. And sorry, I want to touch on Amrabat. I think we all were deceived from the World Cup Amrabat.
Yeah.
From Morocco. I think that's one thing that now we realize the World Cup is even from club football. The AFCON is from club football. You play 38. Sometimes in a season you play 50 games in a season sometimes. And that's you play really well week in, week out in every game. I mean Amrabat will fit in an Everton, in a Tottenham side, in a side that is not really holding onto the ball, in a side that is more defensive. I think we are more defensive. Amrabat can do the running around, the winning of the ball. But when you need to build from the back, when you need to attack, when you need to create chances, I don't think Amrabat is good on the ball. Amrabat will lose the ball more than he can hold on to the ball. So now we have realized that he's not a ball playing. Like Casemiro is good, but at the same time, age-wise, I think the Premier League is a very fast game, and he would make mistakes. He will lose the ball, and he will make some silly tackles. But with Amrabat, I don't think he's really good on the ball. But defensively, he will do a job. And that's why I think Ten Hag also has realized that, and that's why he has taken him out of the team. And that's why Meno is playing week in, week out. So that was a bad signing from Edna. But thank God it's just a loan. And at the end of the season, he will be going. And I don't think we'll be signing him. But we just need to get better players in, I think. But now, we can't get them now. So we need to work with the players we have. And that's what the manager is trying to do. And that's why you see most times McTominay coming in the second half try to do a job. But McTominay to me is not a midfielder. He can't dribble. He can't link up the play. He can't hit anything. But if he's given chances, he can score. But he is a midfielder. What's the first job of a midfielder is to link up the play, is to build, is to create. If you are a midfielder and you can't create, I think you are not good enough. And that's why, regardless of the goals he has scored for United this season, which has been fantastic, helping them get results, I just think his job as a midfielder, he is not doing that. And at some point, I think McTominay will have to either ride the bench or leave the team. But he needs to do his first job of being a midfielder. But I don't think it's good enough. But regardless, The 3 points in the bag. We move on to the next game.
Exactly. We move on to the next game, and of course that is coming soon. Ola, before we wrap up the show within the next couple of minutes or so, who was your man of the match and donkey of the match?
I think man of the match will be Rasmus. I think
Mm-hmm.
2 goals.
Mm-hmm.
The first goal was in the 45 seconds into the game.
Yeah, it's quick.
That's
One of
less
the
than a
quickest goals
minute.
we've ever seen in a while. We didn't even get to sit down. Like literally.
Yeah, and the second goal, I think if he didn't like hit that ball with his chest, I think that ball might have been going out.
Mm-hmm.
So that was another that was another good move from him.
Yeah.
Just taking the gamble of just hitting the ball and hoping it
Mm-hmm.
gets into the back of the net, which works. So that those 2 goals, I think, won us the game.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what you need. You need to take your chances. We haven't created much from him. So imagine when we start creating for him week in, week out. So when we start giving him a lot of
Mm-hmm.
chances, he can score more goals. 8 in 8 is the first young player to score in one of games like that. For like that's
I
21
think
years
it's
old
eight
and
in
something.
7 games because last time I might be the statistics is not right for me, is it?
Yeah,
Because he's got
the
two.
statistic is he didn't score. He didn't. I'm sure he did score in a game. But
He's
when they add it up, like 8 in 8. So, but he didn't score. He didn't score in one of the games.
he
But
did
he scored 2 goals. So they are trying to add it up to say, okay, in 8 games he has scored 8 goals. But I think the stats is 6 goals. The 6 goals in a row for a young
Yeah, it
player.
was 6 and 6, and then seven.
Yeah, then he scored two.
Yeah,
Yeah. Maybe 8 in 7. I think
7 6. People were screaming,
yeah.
"Oh, 6 and 6, 6 and 6" when he scored the first goal, and then off that, I think it's 7 goals in 6 games.
Yes,
Yeah,
yeah, but
but it's great.
regardless, Rasmus a very good
Mm-hmm.
talented. The client is there, but he just needs to maximize his talent and get better. Hopefully, he does.
Mm-hmm.
But I think he will be my man of the match. And I don't know what Onana is doing on that goal. I don't know if he's trying to
You saw
fly
the goal we
or trying to
conceded,
disappear.
Ola. You saw
I
him.
don't
You saw the
understand.
reaction.
Fine, fine. I think Moyes would have still scored that goal even if Onana didn't do what he did. But regardless, you shouldn't be stand your ground at least. Don't just fly out without no aim. Because why are you jumping out when you know you can't hit the ball or you can't meet the ball? But Onana in the last couple of games he has been good,
Mm-hmm.
so I don't want to just blame him for that. And thank God we won the game. So if we had lost that game, I think
Mm-hmm.
some fans would have looked at that and say, okay, Onana should be doing better in that situation. But my donkey of the match will still be Rashford. I will still be Rashford because I think he needs to do better. In the last game it was Rashford. Now again it's Rashford because he has been bad throughout this season and he has gotten opportunities. Like the manager has really believed in him.
Mm-hmm.
If Tenor starts benching Rashford and he didn't play till the end of the season, I don't think anyone can blame Tenor for that because he has given him games, playing him week in, week out, giving him the opportunity to get into gear and just start playing good football and scoring goals. But so far he hasn't. I don't know what's going on there, but he needs to get it together, fix it, and start playing well and start scoring goals. If not even scoring goals, create for the attacker, assist, just be part of the team. Track back when you need to track back, score when you need to score, release the ball when you need to. Don't do too much. Just be a football player and help the team. And let's see your impact on the team. And that's what we want to see. But Rashford, my donkey of the match, and Rasmus, my man of the match for this game.
Yeah, definitely, man. My man of the match has to go to Hojlund, of course. And Rasmus has been impressing me for the last couple of games. I still have that opinion of him. Like, for that money, I still want to see more. But again,
Yeah.
I always have a reserve opinion because it's his first season, and I allow him to blossom and be the person you are and adapt. So I'm looking more to him in the second season to see more goals, more involvement. The players finding his feet. Don't give the match. I'm giving it to Bruno Fernandes, man. You saw the opportunity that Bruno had. The passes, decision making as well. It's just been a problem for me. I just don't like that, man. For a player of his age, his quality, the GAs he has, when it's time to make the right decision, he makes the wrong decisions. The opportunity that he had when he was free on goal and just narrowly missing it. The passes where he could have threaded Garnacho or Hojlund in, he chose not to. And then just what Hollywood passes again. I just can't take it. I will continue to say this, that I just don't believe Manchester United can compete or thrive with those two guys. I will don't give the matches, Bruno and Rashford. They're a problem. They're going to be a problem next
But
season.
I think with Bruno, I'm not surprised with his performance. I'm not surprised with what he's doing. Because Bruno has always played this way, but because at some point he was the main man, he was scoring the goals, the important goals, he was creating a couple of chances then, and we didn't have anyone stepping up at that point. So when you have your team firing, you see then some players that don't perform well. And I think now because we have the likes of Garnacho, Maino, Rasmus, these young players that are coming through that are putting in at least a decent performance week in, week out. Now we are seeing the mistakes more
Yeah,
of Bruno.
yeah.
Because Bruno has always been this way. Bruno will always hit an Hollywood pass. Bruno will see an easy pass, but will always want to try the hard one. Bruno will see an easy goal, will always want to try the goal that will make the news. Things like that. And he has done that in the last couple of years. Credit to him, he has a good goal scoring record and assist record for Manchester United. And I think that was why he got the captaincy. But ever since he got that captaincy, I think he has gone from bad to worse.
Yes.
And same, and that was same with Maguire last season. Maguire this season is way better than Maguire last season. I don't think it's because of the captaincy, but I think that's also pressure being removed from a player, because if you are the captain, you have a lot on your shoulder. You have to step up. You have to be the best player on the pitch, and I think that affected Maguire. So, but Maguire is playing better football now, defending better, linking up the play. Sometimes you see the way he attacks, the way even in corners, winning headers, he's doing better. I think, but Bruno as a player, I think he needs to just calm down. I think the manager, I think Ten Hag has a job to do with Bruno. Let him make things easy, keep things simple, don't do too much. Bruno is always looking for that fantastic pass. The time will come for that, but do the basics, make it simple, and then your quality will start coming in. Or else at some point, I think we don't even have a backup for Bruno, so I don't think he's getting benched anytime. And because of his work rate, the way he runs around the pitch, tackles and the rest, maybe that's why. But and he's also a captain of the team, and Ten Hag made him the captain, so you can't take him off the side. But regardless, he needs to do better. As a captain of Manchester United, he should be one of the best players on the pitch, and he should be carrying this team and giving them the ginger they need to succeed. But why I'm saying Rashford is because Rashford, at least we've seen glimpses of what Bruno could do. Bruno has scored. I think Bruno has scored more than Rashford this season. Two goals, I think.
No, I can't even argue with you on this because they've both been so bad.
Yeah. So that's the thing. I think they both need to do better because they are playing every game, week in, week out, and they hardly get injured. that's one funny thing. The players that you want to be out of the team, they hardly get injured. They keep playing week in, week out. They have all the energy, and you get tired of them, but you can't take them out because they will always be available.
Yeah.
And that's another thing for players like that. So, but I don't wish injury on anyone, but I think at some point Bruno might need to get out of this team, and even Rashford.
Yeah.
But for now, the 3 points in the bag, like I've said, and we move into the next game, and hopefully we have a better game and a better performance of the players.
And then one thing you said there that I have to agree, they don't have direct competition for their position, and that's why next season is a very vital transfer window to buy players who can directly compete with them, so they can be sweating for their position. Because I don't think Bruno sweats for his position, and Marcus Rashford sweats for his position. Only when he goes on a night out, that's when he's sweating for his position. But generally he doesn't, man. And just to wrap it up, of course, news surrounding Dan Ashworth to Manchester United, Newcastle's sporting director. Manchester United looking to hire a new director of football. John Myrtle looks like he'll be going out, and it looks like Dan Ashworth has told Newcastle that he wants to join the gigantic club as like Manchester United. He wants out, and right now he's on gardening leave. And if they have also some of their CEOs have made their statements, and of course it looks like it could be imminent. They apparently reporting saying that Newcastle wants at least 20 million for him. Imagine, you're not even a football player. He's just a man that works upstairs, and they're demanding 20 million for buy out his contract so he can come straight to work for Manchester United because they already know how good he is, man. They got Shea Arsenal said big up. We're just about to wrap up as well. Big up for joining in. But yes. Again, another competent man, another potential win for Manchester United. Although we've heard so much wonderful news about Dan Ashworth. He signed so many players for Newcastle, and also I believe he was at Brighton as well. So he unearthed some of these young gems, some of these English players, and then of course we've got more to add. But what are you thinking? Ineos are really stepping it up and making their mark. Now that everything has been confirmed, that the FA has approved and Premier League has approved. Obviously, you're just waiting to find out small details before the club announce it, and he makes his. And then you imagine that he'll have a press conference to announce the 25% acquisition that probably gone up to about 29% now. He's investing in money, stadium as well. There's been conversation. What do you make of this Dan Ashworth and Ineos? Just quickly just round it up so we can end the show as well, because I know you have to leave.
Yeah, I think with Ineos, they need to do a better job because they know the state of the fan, the state of Manchester United, and they know what the fans think. We all wanted the Glazers out. Even now, we still want them out, but we think 25% is a good way to start since the Saudi the Sheikh was not able to acquire the full stake of Manchester United. So 25% for the Ineos is a good way to start, and they know they need to win the heart of the fans. That's why they are going for the top target, the best in every department, the best in every field, and that's good. That's a good thing. But we need to know it will take time. If we get Dan Ashworth in, if we get all these top footballing people in, it will take time for things to gel. It takes time for them to get to work, and this is not just a 6 months, 1 year. You start seeing the improvement. It takes time. So we as fans, we need to be careful. As much as the Ineos are doing a very good job in acquiring everyone, we need to be patient with them. It's a process. They need to take it like one step at a time. But so far, Ineos, I think they've been appointing footballing people that can do a good job, and that's what we want to see. Also, we need the stadium, the rehabilitation of the stadium. We are hearing talks about that.
Yes, exactly.
About a new training ground and things like that. Everything is looking positive for Ineos right now. But we as fans, we don't need to get too ahead of ourselves.
Let me just cut you there, but he's doing things without getting the keys to the kingdom. Old type Tiwa Savage for that song. But look at him. Get the keys to the kingdom.
And that's how bad the Glazers have been, because Ineos just coming in and making appointments that are making fans happy, that are making us excited that yes, in a couple of years with these people in charge, we'll have a better club and a better system, So that's what we need to see. But the Glazers for years they didn't do anything that is worth it. They didn't do anything worthy of us saying yes. We had Ed Woodward in charge for years. We had John Motto being promoted to a field that he knows nothing about. So everything was just going wrong then. And now in just they've not even started yet. They've not even started working. They are just in the process, and we are seeing positivity. We are seeing them bringing in good people, footballing people that know about the job, people that have done it, that have been there. They've done it with other clubs. So this is not just names. This is not just potential. These people, this Dan Ashworth, he has done it when it comes to football. He has achieved good recruitment, good strategies for different clubs. Now he's at Newcastle. We are trying to poach him out of Newcastle. So that shows the job he has done. But I as a fan, I don't just want to give myself the pressure because it takes time. He won't just come in and start recruiting the best players in the world. There are other top footballing directors. There are other top footballing people also doing their jobs and trying to get the best players in. And like for the stadium now, it takes time. For the training ground, it takes time.
Yes.
But Ineos so far is looking positive, and they are doing a better job and trying to get people that in a couple of years.
And one thing I need to add, Ola, is that they're communicating with us. Like we've not seen that from any of those scumbag leaders. For 17 years, we've heard nothing from them. The only time you hear something from them is from the Super League, and then apologizing. Yeah, when you make a mistake, but we're getting communications of where they want the club to be in the next 3 or 4 years. We're seeing them put their money where their mouth is, and because they have to. Ineos has to. Sure, Ratcliffe is a Manchester United fan, so he has to put his money where his mouth is, and deliver, because he knows exactly what the fans have been singing for. But I'm gonna stop right there because I know you gotta go. So I'm gonna end the show, guy. That it's been wonderful. Technically it was a full show because we've gone over 30 minutes. But big up to everyone that's tuning in right now. Hello, where can the people find you?
Yeah, Football Family on YouTube, on Instagram, on TikTok, Football Family. A lot of content coming out. We are going back into the league content. The Champions League, touching on the Champions League also, even though United are not there. But we're just trying to give you guys updates on everything football. And just great content coming, street content, and just stay tuned and enjoy great content. Follow me on all social media platforms, Football Family.
Yeah, make sure you guys follow Football Family, because of course Ola was trying to get street content on the streets after the African Cup of Nations. No one wanted to talk. I was watching the videos like, just leave me alone. I'm like, your country did something for your country. Your country did something great for Nigeria, especially for hard times. Guys, for those who are watching, hard times in Nigeria. People are struggling as well. The economy is not as great. But still, they should be happy. But Ola's happy. He's proud of the players, what they've done, they achieved, and what the joy that he brought to the country as well. You had people singing, what's it called? Taylor Water in the middle of campus, going crazy.
But I think the Ivorians are more happy.
No, of course,
And I said, and I was watching the Brighton game at Simon Ingram, and he got scoring 2 goals again. That shows what winning the trophy can do for your confidence. But I think the Nigerian players, they did their best. They did what they could. But I would also want to see better from them in the next AFCON, Morocco next year. They did not confirmed yet, but we need to see better.
We're here in July.
Yes, we are in July as of now. Yeah. So we need to see better football, and just football keeps everyone happy. Like if you could see the atmosphere on the day of the final, everyone tripping out. The Nigerian jersey was sold out. All the vendors saying the jersey sold out. So that's how happy people want to be. Like you said, the economy is not good. People are struggling. People are really struggling hard out here. But regardless, we need to keep ourselves happy. We need to enjoy football like we've always done. And it's not just country football. This is club football also. United, Chelsea. We need these teams to start firing. We need them to, because if they are firing, not because we are football fans, because it keeps us happy. It keeps us in check. It makes us forget about some things, even though not like you forget about it completely, but at least you feel better when your team wins, and that's what we want to see. Good football, and United going back to that level they've always been. It take a couple of years, but we are ready to wait. We've waited this long. We've stayed 17 years with the Glazers for another 2, 3, 4 years to build this team back to that level. And hopefully he gets there. Hopefully Sergeant Ratcliffe and Ineos can do a very good job.
No, exactly so. Exactly, Ola was right there. But guys, this has been the end of the show. Big up to everyone that tuning in as well. Those who are watching on playback, lay your comments, your thoughts in the comments section as well. We're back again for the live watch along this weekend. And of course, I will be uploading something during the weekdays as well for you guys, like your latest news. But as always, it's been a pleasure. Remember to subscribe to Red United TV. Remember to keep it united. Remember to keep it Red United TV. Smash that like button. Become a member. And we'll see you next week, Monday, as well again. Peace and love to everyone.
Love.